Scary Ollie Production.
Hey everybody, we are back again. This is Dino
and Michelle
with her podcast, and we have a very special guest. A return guest. This is the person that guaranteed that there was a Voorhees in every Friday the 13th movie. We have Deborah Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. How are you, Deborah?
I'm terrific. Thank you, Dino and Michelle, for having me on. I really appreciate it. I like to say that I am actually the only real Voorhees in the franchise.
Yeah. So, Deborah, of course, if anyone is a horror fan on Facebook and are a fan of Friday the 13th, they do know about 13 Fanboy, the film that you've written, directed, you're editing now, you're starring in, and we're all very excited about that.
Thank you. I am too. I feel like it's looking really nice. I feel so blessed with the amazing people who came out to work on the film with me, and the fans who have supported us. It's been absolutely amazing how much they've supported this project, and I'm very grateful to everyone.
I certainly loved watching all the updates and everything and seeing what was going on. I think you guys did a fantastic job on the Facebook page, just kind of keeping all the fans in the loop and everything. That was fun.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
So, when did you wrap up shooting?
We wrapped up right at the end of January. I had a couple days in California, but other than that, we were pretty much wrapped. We for an indie film, we actually filmed for quite a long time. We had 11 days in July, and then another 25 in January. So it ended up being, a lot of indies, they're trying to shoot something out in 12 days or something like that. And, we were able to take a little bit more time. And we appreciate the help from everybody giving us a little bit of room to do that. We hopefully it'll show really nicely. I mean, overall, we were able to do a lot of the things that we wanted to. Of course, we had to, consider our budget. Some, obviously, I mean, everybody has to. Even the multi-million-dollar budgets have to worry about a budget because they still have to watch what they're doing. But the fans definitely gave us a little bit more room. We had investors as well. We couldn't have done it on just the fan base, but the fan base really helped us get some extras that we wanted. There was probably only a few things that would have been nice to have had. Would have been nice to have had some of the, really fancy cranes kind of situation and a few other things. But overall, we were able to, have pretty much, I feel we have what we needed to really tell a great story. I think fans are going to be very surprised by it because it is not your typical horror slasher style film.
Right. Yeah, and I noticed, and I don't know if it was just something I may have missed previously, but I know it focuses on the cast of Friday the 13th being stalked by a killer or being targeted.
Right.
And it seemed to have extent, or at least in the exposure I've been getting, that it's not just Friday the 13th, but also with Halloween.
Right. Right. One of our leads is Dee Wallace.
Right.
And you guys will remember she played Cynthia Strode. And, of course, E.T., The Howling, Cujo. I mean, she's absolutely a horror
and
legend.
Anything directed by Harrison Smith, too.
Pardon?
I said, and any other movies that were directed by Harrison Smith, I know he likes to use her a lot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's just so many films that she's been involved in, and she's just such a professional and such a kind woman. I love to work with her. Just one more thing on 13 Fanboy that I think makes it a little bit unique and different than what we've seen in the past is that our actors are playing themselves. Even though it's fictionalized versions of them, we've tried to bring things in that will show kind of who people are at their core. Now, that of course isn't true in each case. Some cases, they're working with plot points like anybody, but like for Dee Wallace, her character is, a kind, loving, grandmother. And, that certainly fits with her personality. But, I think that's kind of an interesting twist. I feel like this is really kind of bringing a new type of genre to horror, subgenre, I should say.
The timing of your, when you were done rapping kind of fell right in place with the, self-quarantining that's been going on.
Right. Yeah, boy, did we luck out on that. Yeah. If we had tried to do it and, even a month later, we may have ended up having to shut down. And so I'm really grateful that we were able to get that done beforehand. And boy, do I send my love and thoughts out to all the people fighting this out there.
Yeah.
It's a tough time.
Yeah.
Has it affected your post-production at all?
Not too badly. It's really, because the editing is pretty much a very solitary thing. I'm working on editing with, his name's Riley Morris, and a very talented editor. I'm very grateful to have him on board. He really can put that flair and that, extra something into it that I'm really pleased with this work. Our biggest problem, honestly, in editing right now is that, we have to trim it down a bit. And, of course, trimming is always difficult,
Yeah, that's
the old saying, you got to kill your darlings. And so definitely having to look at some darlings may need to lose.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you, you're still shooting for theatrical on this, right?
We are. How that's going to, of course, when we started this, we had no idea, who would have ever thought that there'd be a question whether theaters would be open or not.
Right.
So, but that is definitely my hope. My understanding is they are looking at a June 1st opening of theaters in a lot of places. Mm-hmm. So we'll just have to see from there what happens. But yes, it's definitely in our plans.
Yeah, I mean, the theater, of course, home video is very accessible to everybody. The TVs are bigger.
I'm sorry, you broke up just a little bit, so I missed part of what you said.
Okay. Yeah, what I was saying was, of course, VOD is very accessible to most people. You've got the big, TVs and the sound systems, but there is something to that theater experience, and emotions like a comedy, like comedies and horror, are very
with the shared experience.
yes, a very shared
Right.
experience. It lends itself to horror. It lends itself to that communal experience.
I completely agree. I'd love to go and see a movie on the big screen. It's not that I don't enjoy kicking up at home and watching some too, but my favorite place is to watch it in the movie theater. I like to get the popcorn and a pickle and all of that kind of stuff.
Yep. And, a lot of places really don't have this option too much anymore. However, there are some that fall in, are the drive-ins. We have one that's about an hour and a half from our...
Oh, no, not even. Maybe about an hour. About an hour.
Yeah. But it's worth it when that's an experience in and of itself, is picking up and knowing that you're going to a drive-in.
Oh, the drive-ins are so much fun. Hey, maybe this will get him to come back. That would be so cool. I'd love the drive-in.
That's what I've been hoping for.
We've been lucky enough.
A lot of people would love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been lucky enough to get the kids to the one near us. We went to a double feature for them, and this particular drive-in does it very well. Because when you get there earlier, they have a playground that's in front of the theater, or in front of the screen, I should say.
The old-fashioned way.
Yep. So while you're sitting and getting everything ready and waiting for it to start, the kids have somewhere to play for a little bit. So to see more of those pop up around that would be a great thing. That would be a great thing.
Oh, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this one has 2 screens, where one they show like a family-friendly double feature, and then the next screen over, they'll show like either a horror in action or horror double feature or something like that. So it's, everybody can go there at the same time. It's not like an alternating thing. And they're they're reasonably priced too. You're getting a double feature, you're getting, So, who knows? Maybe this is a call for that to come back.
Wouldn't that be neat?
Absolutely. Okay, now, Deborah, you're also writing a book, aren't you?
Well, what I'm doing is when this first started, and with the coronavirus, I was just thinking, I kind of had it in my mind that it would be pretty cool to have a series of short stories written by just everyday, ordinary people about any experiences they may have had with ghosts or angels or guardians of some sort. And and I thought in this time, maybe it could be just something that would get people's minds off of this for a little bit and just write something, a little less scary. I'd rather encounter ghosts than this. And, anyway, I have had several people who are prominent in the horror community contribute, but I've also had a lot of horror fans and friends of mine and other people that have just opened it up and said, hey, send me your stories, and let's take a look at them. I won't, of course, be able to use all of them that have come in, but we certainly have gotten an interesting mix of stories, and that's been a lot of fun. If somebody is listening and they want to submit a story, please do. You can find me on Facebook in the Deborah Voorhee Share Horror group, and you can PM me. And I have it open where anybody can private message me. Okay. And I can pass them the email to send it to. I'm, mostly spending my time on editing the film, but I'm doing that part-time, in just the time when I would be doing other things anyway. And my sister, Rebecca, is here with me, and she's a good editor and great to work with, and so she's doing it with me, which has been really nice.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine that. For me, I have to. I don't have a sister, so.
Yeah. They're pretty cool.
I'd always wanted one. I got a brother instead.
Yeah, that happens.
And he's 10 years younger than me, so it's not even like we could be close that way. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I have in my family, we have 6 girls and 3 boys. So
wow.
We have a combination.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, I've got 2 older brothers, and we all just tend to have our different interests. So, I mean, we're all best friends now, but.
All right.
You had some share of arguments growing up, are you saying?
Well, yeah. Well, I had the one brother who was the older brother who kind of dominated over both of us. And
Right.
I'm the youngest of the 3. My middle brother and I have always been best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's 5 years older than me, he was always my protector. Yeah.
Oh, right. That's a nice thing to have.
All right, and of course, 13 Fanboy. We're going to keep everybody updated as you keep us updated. We'll be sharing everything that comes around. And, yeah, Deborah, I thank you again for sitting down with us. I'll let you know, when I'm dropping this. And if it's okay, I'll drop it in the Facebook group as well.
Absolutely. Please do.
Wonderful. Thank you much, Deborah.